Hello everyone. I promise you that tomorrow is going to feature two of these because I didn't put one up earlier on that I had recorded yesterday. The only reason being that it's Christmas and I had more to do today singing wise than I normally do. So, and I was in a beautiful Italian restaurant tonight, Castello's or Casteggio, Italia, in Carrickfergus. I made the schoolboy error of not having like much to eat before I went out to do that particular gig, and to see these plates of like, oh my god, there was everything because it's an Italian restaurant. Obviously, you would have seafood, linguine, and lots of pasta stuff. But a lot of people just wanted like the turkey, and ham, Brussels sprouts, but the Christmas dinner because it was a big Christmas party, and I was singing and the girls were walking past me with the food and I was almost reaching over and grabbing something off the plates because it was absolutely gorgeous. But I managed to get home anyway, unscathed from food deprivation. Had a lovely ham and mushroom tagliatelle. And now I've got my wee glass of red, and I'm able to do this after having done a wonderful gig, and it was brilliant because it was in a restaurant. So what I was supposed to be tonight was basically background music while everyone ate their the Christmas dinners and had chats and conversations. There were some sort of corporate people there, like a sort of like a business night out sort of thing, so big tables full of lots of people. So I started off, as I do, just nice and low key, wee bit of Bellamy Brothers, wee bit of REM, wee bit of Paul Weller, just to sort of get everybody, well, basically to get everybody into my confidence. And the manager of the restaurant said at the end that he had never seen anything like it because halfway through, when everyone had finished their turkey and ham, they obviously wanted to work it off, and I just launched into. I raised the volume a little, went in, added some Proud Mary, some Killers, just Kings of Leon, Sex on Fire, stuck it all in there, and next thing everybody knew, the restaurant were all up dancing. And it was brilliant. So I'm not sure. I think the manager Johnny ended up quite shell shocked. But that's me. But I did a couple of wee Christmas songs, just to keep everybody happy. I was thinking about my going back to the old days, and when I was in Dundela a couple of weeks ago, I was talking about everything that happened, to make us like what we are, and it was all to do with the different bars and stuff that we went to as when we were young, and the music that was played, everything from Rock Bottom and Robinson's, right through to the Pound Club, and the Labour Club, the Rosetta. There were all places that you went to because that's where you heard the music that you really wanted to hear. You could go anywhere else if you wanted to hear other things, but if you wanted to hear rock, then wherever was playing it at that time, and there was no Empire back then, or anything like that. So, and especially back, like right back, to the early 80s. So I think I was still at school, or maybe just at art college, whenever I went along to a place called the Viking Bar. So I was with my guys, from the Craig estate who were all into the same sort of music, and we always went downstairs, on Saturday afternoons and had beers and stuff. But this guy decided that he was going to have to, or not have to, he was going to have like a rock disco on Wednesday night upstairs in the Viking. So this was all, oh, I wonder what this is going to be like. So we all went along anyway, and I remember going along. I think Sweet Savage actually played one of the Viking nights upstairs. I'm sure Sinner did as well. Other local bands of that time. But on to after the band had finished, on to the DJing decks came this guy called Vibrating Len. His real name was Joe Toomey, but his DJing name was Vibrating Len. And he used to go on stage dressed up as Gene Simmons with the white face and the batwing eyes and stuff like that, and DJ, and he was a bit crazy, but he always played the current songs that everybody loved listening to it. And he had brought this round from his days at the Pound Club. That he had remembered going there on Saturday afternoons, the same as I had, to watch Skipoo and Clouds and bands. Well, maybe not Clouds, that came afterwards. But so Vibrating Lane in the Viking lasted for about, I don't know, it must have lasted for about 2 or 3 months or something, and then things went round to the Pound, and at that stage I was becoming friendly with with everyone. So I went up the Vibrating Lane and I said, what have you got lined up this Wednesday? And he says, we're going to do this thing called Smash It Disc. And I go, what the hell's that? So he came out, on a Wednesday night with his Kiss Gene Simmons makeup on a big cloak and stuff, and he said, does everybody here love, metal or rock music or whatever? And everybody, yay! Well, I'll say everybody, there were about like 40 people there, but it didn't matter. It was still great to be there. And what he would do would he would play, whatever was current at the time, Diamond Head or Kiss or Judas Priest or whatever, and then he would play like an Eagles song or something that was like completely off, and everybody would be boo. And I'm not sure who the band might have been back then that everybody hated the most. That was kind of like anti rock, anti metal, but it didn't really matter, because if what Joe did was, or what Vibrating Lane did was, he put it on the deck, played it, and everybody would be like, boo, boo, and then he would actually take the record, which back then was like like a 45, bring it onto the stage of the Pound Club, put it onto like an anvil, and then get this big fucking hammer and smash it. I think it was actually called Smash the Trash or something like that. It was incredible. Just like for me, because I was only like, as I say, 18 or whatever, and I was going along and seeing this like white pasty faced Gene Simmons lookalike cloak, hammering the fuck clean out of this song that was supposed to be like a rebellious, thing to do, so it was all to bring the rock fraternity together. So I went home after that particular night, and I went home and I said, you know what, that guy's great, even if he's a bit of a fucking head the ball, he's intriguing, So I did this painting of it was basically a replica of the